is up, everybody? Welcome back to some Airlinesim Handbook, and today we're discussing traffic rights. Now, this is not going to discuss the EU treaty, Schengen area, any of the specialty treaties that are built in airlines, and we're going to discuss those in another couple of videos, maybe 2 videos. Today we're looking at the very basic of traffic rights. Are you able to move people from point A to B in the very simplest way possible? So, today we're looking at United Airlines, which is a US-based company, and we're looking at flying Chicago to Toronto. Now, traffic rights in the most basic way on Airlinesim are the ability to fly cargo and passengers from point A to B. So, cargo is easy. You can fly cargo from any point in the world to any other point in the world as long as they're not listed under the forbidden routes. And once this loads, you can see there's a few places like you can't travel from Libya to the USA, uh, North Korea to USA, a couple of those, or certain airports. So you can't travel from JFK to Newark, JFK to LaGuardia. So that's pretty easy. Most of these are airports that are in the same city, like London Gatwick to London City, London Heathrow to London Gatwick. Now, cargo is the only thing that can be moved from any point in the world to any other point in the world. And that's just because cargo would be too hard to manage. It's a very complicated side to Airlinesim, something that I'm still trying to figure out how to be effective and profitable at. So that is kind of the balancing out. Now, passengers is where it gets tricky. So as a US based company, I can fly passengers from any point in the United States to any other point in the United States. That's the same for any country in the world. If you're British, you can fly from any city in the UK to any other city in the UK. But being an American-based company, I can also fly from any city in the United States to any city in any other part of the world. So I can fly Chicago to Toronto Pearson. Now, under route evaluation, if you go to commercial and route evaluation, you'll come to something here where you need to select. So let's say, okay, Chicago, Toronto, Pearson, that's good, but let's look at this. We're going to look at a VIA flight. So say you have a 757. It can't make it from Chicago to Toronto or to Tokyo, so we're flying via Vancouver. So okay, we can take cargo and passengers on the first route, but we can't take passengers on the second route. Now that's simply because it's a US based company. I will never be able to transport people from Vancouver to Tokyo. Now, that being said, if I operate this flight like how it is, I can bring passengers from Chicago to Vancouver to Tokyo. I'm allowed to continue to transport passengers that originate in Chicago over to Tokyo. I just can't transfer passengers that start in Vancouver over to Tokyo. So it's pretty simple. As long as your country is in the mix, you're good. So I could do this. Let's see, Tokyo, Seattle, Toronto. And now we're all green. It's because in the center, I have a US city. I can also fly simply Toronto to Seattle. I can fly any city. So let's say Singapore to Seattle. Traffic rights all day. As long as the United States is in the flight plan, either at the beginning or the end of a point A to B flight plan, or it's in the beginning and or center of the VIA flight plan. In the VIA, you have to make sure if you want to have transit rights throughout the entirety of the flight, so from point A to B and to C, you have to have a US city or wherever you're based city in the B position and or A or C. So I hope that makes sense. Hope I explained it. Traffic rights are kind of complicated, but once you get a general understanding, you're good. So until next time, you have a good one. Goodbye.